Welcome back to Ahriana Makes It. I'm Ahriana. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. I appreciate you and I do love you. If you're new to the channel, thank you. I appreciate you and I do love you too. You could be doing a lot of other things rather than just watching my video. So yeah, you're pretty important to me. Thank you. And I really have the taste for a Asian dinner, okay? And it's a hodgepodge of different ethnicities. Like, we're going to have some Japan there. We're going to have some South Korea there. We're going to have some China there as well, in these various different dishes. So for the first dish I am making a Korean lettuce salad. And this particular lettuce salad is sweet, spicy, with a little bit of tangy in it. It is delicious, and I've been craving one for quite a few weeks now. So I'm finally just going to go ahead and do it. For this recipe, you need a small head of green leaf lettuce. You need some green onions. You're going to need some regular onion. I use Vidalia Sweet. You can use whatever onions you have on hand. And 1 clove of garlic, maybe 2 if it's small. And then I'm going to use some baby cucumbers. I'm going to smash those. And I'll get into why I'm smashing it and why I'm preparing, how I'm preparing it, and so forth and so on. But the first thing I need to do is I need to get my vegetables prepped, cleaned. I'm going to chop what I have to chop, smash what I have to smash, toss this salad, and we're going to go from there. We're going to make the dressing. Like I said, we're not going to put it together just yet. So first I need to do is I need to get about 1/4 of this onion, because it's a pretty big onion, don't you think? So that's 1/4 of 1 onion. We're going to need some smashed pickles. You might be saying, what are smashed pickles? Well, smashed pickles, they're not pickles, they're little baby cucumbers, which basically are pickles. Okay. The reason why we smash it is because it holds on to the dressing that you are so lovingly creating for this dish. Cucumbers smashed. Woo. We're going to chop some green onion. We're only going to use 2.5 for this dish, but like I said, I'm making more than just 1 dish, so don't throw your scraps away. Don't throw your scraps away. Freeze them and then make yourself a veggie stock when the time comes. That's okay. I love onion. And the last thing we're going to prep is just the lettuce. Rough chops. Talking to my bird. All of those are chopped now. We're going to give our lettuce a chance to hang out and dry. And then we're going to get to work on that dressing. Alright, for this recipe, we need 2 tablespoons of plain white sugar. I'm going to do 2.5. We're going to use a 1.5 tablespoons of soy. We're going to use a tablespoon of vinegar. Going to give it some heat. So we're going to add about a tablespoon plus 3/4 of a teaspoon. So 1/2 and 1/4. Because I'm trying not to make it too spicy for the kids. I'm not even sure they're going to eat the salad in the first place. Alright, let's give that a big stir. It's not going to be loose. I'm going to add just a hair more soy. That was about 1/2 teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon. And your dressing is done. And I also forgot to say, maybe a little bit of oil. So I'm just going to give two pumps. It calls for toasted sesame, but it has such a strong flavor profile that I try to minimize how much sesame I'm actually using. So I compensate 1/2 of the tablespoon with pure vegetable oil and then just enough toasted sesame oil. And then that's done. Still not going to be loose. But I promise you, it's good. That's delicious. Alright. Salad chopped, dressing done. Alright. The next thing we have to do is we have to get this hibachi butter going. Now, if you've been to a hibachi grill, their butter is so garlicky and delicious. So I'm going to put 6 cloves of garlic. They're relatively small. That's why I use 6. And I'm going to mince those up. But I'm first going to add just a smidge of soy sauce. I can't tell you how much. It's a smidge. To that, I'm going to add, this is the fun part, I'm going to add 6 tablespoons of butter. You ask why not the whole? I don't know, because I'm not. My guess is we're going to have a mess on our hands. Hibachi butter done. If my family ate mushrooms, trust me, there'd be mushrooms with this hibachi zucchini. Hibachi butter done. So let's get those washed. And our onion's gonna make a comeback. So here we go. For our zucchini, there is a specific way that you're going to cut your zucchini. Cut the stems off, save your scraps, put in for that broth you're gonna make. Also, for appearances, you're just going to take strips out. Or hibachi zucchini, you're just gonna cut pretty much in strips. Not strips. What do you call it? Planks. Let's call them planks. Well, your zucchini is prepped. That dish is out of the way. Alright. Now we're going to prep our chicken. Let me move my wooden cutting board. That plastic one out. I switched from my wooden to my plastic only because I can disinfect this one a lot easier than I can disinfect my wood. Plus this one is not nearly as porous. My chicken has already been soaked in a vinegar. A quarter to half a teaspoon of vinegar and salt solution. This helps it stay juicy because these are going to get cut pretty small. Okay? I don't even think I need 3. Yeah, I'm not sure I need 3 at all. We'll find out. Here we go. We're going to cut these on a bias as well. If you saw my Chinese food dinner, then you know the bias is where it is. And it shouldn't be any thicker than that. Okay? I don't know how much that is. 1/4 of an inch. I think I will make 3. My children love this. Your kids will too. You also cut it on a bias to help encourage it to cook evenly and thoroughly in a fast way. Otherwise, your panko breadcrumbs, they're going to burn. They're going to scald. I'm going to put this aside and I'm going to freeze it for chicken stock. We're going to give this another rinse. Alright, now we have to make the slurry for our lo mein. I'm going to need 1 teaspoon of oyster sauce. Alright, here we are. We're getting there. Now we're cooking. Alright, that's 1 teaspoon of oyster sauce. I need, actually let me get some hot water going. We're going to need 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce. tablespoon of light soy sauce. We're going to do 4 teaspoons of dark soy sauce. A pinch of pepper. Two tablespoons of hot water. One tablespoon of Shaoxing wine. I'm going to use a tablespoon of regular vegetable oil. Well, no, we're going to do half vegetable oil, half sesame oil. Let me get the sesame oil out. Oh, yeah. And we need a pinch of sugar. And this is going to be for our noodles. Now, if you don't have lo mein noodles, which I do not, I'm just going to use some thin spaghetti noodles. Give that a taste. Okay. Need some garlic. Surprised I said that, huh? Yeah, me too. And now all our prep is done. All I gotta do is boil my noodles, get my oil heated up, and then start putting all this dinner together. Sauce for the lo mein is done. Let me put my stuff away. Alright. Now it's time to start sauteing some of our vegetables for our lo mein noodles. Only because we're going to still use this cast iron for our zucchini. So let me get a spritzer of veg oil. The reason why I'm starting with the lo mein is just because I can always heat that up in the microwave. It doesn't lose anything. We're just going to give that a real quick sizzle. Now, usually your lo mein is going to have carrots and all sorts of goodies in there. I did not have carrots, nor did I have sprouts, nor did I have any cabbage. So we're just doing onion. It'll be fine. Use what you have on hand. Just giving that a quick sizzle. And I'm keeping it moving so nothing scorches. I'm I've already cooked down my rice noodles. I have those al dente. That took about 7 minutes. Right, our onions are starting to become translucent. That's what we're looking for. Take some of that bite out. FYI, you know, I've had a lot of people ask me how I get my cast iron so perfectly seasoned. It's not in the oven. I season my cast irons on the stove, believe it or not. That's gonna go in there. And we're gonna throw our sauce in. And we're gonna give that a quick taste. Yes. And just like that, your lo mein is done. My kids are getting hungry, so we're going to start working on our katsu. FYI, if it's pork, then it's tonkatsu. If it's chicken, it's called katsu. So, the first thing I'm going to do, like I said, these are already rinsed. I'm heating up my oil. First thing you want to do is just dip it in the flour. And this helps the egg mixture stick, and then the panko. So flour first, dip it in egg, and then put it into your panko. Did I say these go fast? These go fast. If you want to keep trying to move as fast as you can. We're going to give our oil a chance to recover. And while it's recovering, I'm going to skin it. We're going to take our chicken, dump it in its baby, and fry it up. Now the last thing, we're going to do these zucchinis and onions. So I'm going to turn my heat down. Now I do have to adulterate the butter because everybody knows butter likes to burn. So you need something with a higher smoking point. Now remember that hibachi butter is nothing more than butter, soy sauce, and garlic. Let's get our onions in there. And it does not take long for zucchini. It's a very tender vegetable. So you Alright, so just like that, we have a tour of East Asia. We have our sweet, spicy, tangy Korean lettuce salad. We have our chicken katsu. We have some hibachi style onions and zucchini. And then we have some Chinese lo mein. Most of my work was doing the prep. Like I said, mostly with Asian foods. It's usually about the prep because the food goes so fast. So this was a slightly longer video, but I would love to see how yours comes out. Leave me a like and drop me a line in the comments. Let me know if you're planning on making it, some or all. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you liked the video, hit that like button. Go ahead and share it with someone. As always, I love you, I appreciate you, and happy eating.